Welcome to The Explainer. So today we're tackling a massive source of frustration for professionals right now. The dreaded silent rejection. You've studied hard, you've put in the hours, you've got the experience, but man, getting your foot in the door feels literally impossible. Well, today we're going to break down exactly how to completely overhaul your application strategy for the Pakistani job market in 2026. Let's get right into it.
Let's start by validating that pain point, because we've all been there. You spend hours scouring portals, you blast out 50 tailored applications to top companies in Lahore, Karachi, or Islamabad, and then absolute crickets. Just pure silence. It's incredibly frustrating, right? It makes you totally second-guess your own abilities. But here's the real truth, straight from recruiter data. 9 times out of 10, the issue isn't a lack of skill. The problem is simply how that skill is presented on paper. You see, the Pakistani job market is fiercely competitive, and recruiters are basically drowning in resumes. We're talking hundreds of applications for a single opening. Because of this massive volume, a recruiter typically spends, get this, only 10 to 30 seconds scanning a CV before making a snap decision. That's it. In fact, up to 75% of resumes are trashed almost instantly. If your value isn't jumping off the page in the blink of an eye, you're out.
Okay, so here's our roadmap to fix this. We'll be hitting the 10-second rejection, beating ATS, deadly CV mistakes, building a winning CV, and finally, high-paying skills for 2026.
Section 1. Beating applicant tracking systems. Before a human ever even glances at your application, you actually have to get past the machine. And that machine is the Applicant Tracking System, or ATS for short. You see, most large Pakistani companies, the major banks, NGOs, and multinationals, they use ATS software to essentially read your CV like a robot. It's aggressively scanning for specific keywords, section headers, and formatting. If you don't meet its exact programmed criteria, well, your application is automatically tossed into the digital trash bin. No human eyes will ever see it. So here's the kicker. A beautifully designed, super graphic CV might look amazing to a human, but to an ATS, it's basically invisible. These systems just cannot interpret creative layouts, or read text stuck inside images, or handle multi-column formats properly. To pass the ATS test, you need to keep it simple. Clean layouts, standard fonts like Arial or Calibri, and exact keywords pulled directly from the job description. If a job listing asks for project management tools, don't just say you use software, literally name those specific tools. Moving on to Section 2, Deadly Pakistani CV Mistakes. Now that we know how to outsmart the robots, we really need to dismantle some of these outdated cultural habits that are getting your CV tossed by actual human recruiters. First up, we've got to clearly separate the two major job sectors here. For traditional government jobs, sure, you're often required to slap on a passport photo, your CNIC number, your father's name, domicile details, you know the drill. But submitting that exact same format to a modern private multinational, that is a massive mistake. Private MNCs actually actively discard these personal details to prevent unconscious bias. They just want the merit. So please, don't mix up the formats. Now take a look at the stark contrast here between just listing a basic duty and highlighting a quantified achievement. This right here is the absolute deadliest mistake you can make. Don't just write responsible for managing social media. Honestly, that's boring. It tells the recruiter absolutely nothing about your actual impact. Instead, you've got to use the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. Change it to grew social media engagement by 150% in 6 months by implementing a new content strategy. You see the difference? Numbers are your absolute best friend. And then there are the careless errors that just scream unprofessional. An email address like coolboy123@yahoo.com, yeah, that's an instant deal breaker. Same goes for typos and grammar mistakes. Also, handing in a massive, dense wall of text instead of punchy, skimmable bullet points basically guarantees they won't read it. Oh, and definitely drop the generic hobbies like watching movies. Nobody cares, sorry. And lastly, blasting the exact same generic CV out for every single job is just a surefire way to get ignored. All right, Section 3. Building a winning CV. So, how do we actually construct this perfect document? Let's dive into the actionable steps you need to take right now to restructure your CV for the Pakistani market. Tailoring is everything. You really have to understand the specific market you're applying to. For instance, textiles make up roughly 60% of Pakistan's exports, right? And agriculture employs around 42% of the workforce. If you're targeting these massive traditional sectors, generic corporate jargon just isn't going to cut it. You need industry-specific keywords. Dropping a term like Gistech ERP in textiles or precision farming and IoT sensors in agriculture, That instantly proves you speak their language and sets you miles apart from the crowd. As you're drafting those bullet points, I want you to keep this golden rule locked in your mind. At the end of the day, every business exists to turn a profit. Your CV needs to explicitly answer the employer's subconscious question, how are you going to make me money, save me money, or provide some tangible benefit to my operations? You need to frame every single piece of your experience around that core idea.
Okay, so here's the actual blueprint you should follow. Keep it to a clean, reverse chronological layout. Start right off the bat with your contact info and a really punchy 3 to 4 sentence professional summary. You want to hook them immediately with your core value. Then, list your work experience, packed with those quantified achievements we talked about. Follow that up with your education and any crucial local accreditations, like, say, your PEC registration if you're an engineer. And finally, clearly separate your hard technical skills from your softer interpersonal ones.
And it's also worth noting how a solid cover letter works with your CV to create a complete package. Now, a clean professional cover letter shouldn't just be a regurgitation of your resume. Instead, use it to elegantly highlight your unique value. It's your chance to expand on specific, tailored details about exactly how you can jump in and help that specific company achieve its goals. Let's look at a real-world transformation to show you what I mean. We had a mid-career textile floor manager who literally couldn't get a single interview. His CV just vaguely said something like, oversaw dyeing process. But by simply reframing that exact same experience around global compliance and cost savings, tweaking it to say, reduce dye waste by 18% meeting EU export standards, he completely shifted his image. He went from being a generic manager to an essential asset and instantly landed multiple interviews with major export houses.
Here's another awesome one. An agriculture grad was totally struggling to break into corporate agribusiness. Her resume was just jammed with academic jargon, things like soil chemistry 101. So she pruned out the academic speak and swapped it for business-friendly, tech-driven terms. She highlighted a specific project where she boosted wheat yield by 25% via IoT sensors. By proving she could blend traditional agriculture with modern tech, boom, she landed the job.
Section 4, high-paying skills for 2026. Now, let's get real for a second. A fantastic CV is really only half the battle. Think of your CV as the packaging. The actual product is your skill set. To truly future-proof your career in Pakistan's fast-changing digital economy, you've got to target the skills that are in massive demand right now.
Mastering enterprise resource planning, or ERP solutions, is absolutely one of the fastest tracks to a high income today. Companies are desperate for professionals who can optimize their back-end systems. Getting certified in SAP modules like financial accounting, human capital management, or materials management, that can literally catapult you straight into senior corporate consulting roles. Same goes for Microsoft Dynamics 365 or implementing Odoo for small to medium businesses. These are highly lucrative niches where the demand heavily outpaces supply. Beyond that, essential digital skills. We're talking cybersecurity, web development, social media marketing. These are incredibly sought after by both local startups and international freelance clients alike. And you know what's really amazing? The barrier to entry has never been lower. Platforms like Navtech right here in Pakistan are even offering free certified courses for some of these exact high-demand tech and marketing skills.
I mean, the earning potential for mastering these specialized tools is honestly staggering. To put it in perspective, experienced SAP FICO consultants are currently pulling in anywhere from 200,000 to 500,000 PKR monthly in Pakistan alone, and internationally, even more. Having this kind of specialized expertise gives you an absolutely unbeatable competitive edge in a notoriously ruthless market.
The job market is tough right now. There's no denying that. But the tools to beat it are sitting right in front of you. So are you going to let a poorly formatted CV and a lack of ATS keywords keep you invisible? Or are you going to ruthlessly optimize your achievements and start acquiring the skills that tomorrow's economy is begging for? The real question isn't whether companies are hiring, it's whether you're actually ready to be found. So what new skill are you going to start learning today?